Hey everybody, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from Life with the Wolfies with a tea break. It's not really tea, it's water because I'm getting ready to go to bed. I really apologize that there was no live stream today. Today is January 22nd, 2021. I had a really good day. I started out as work and then I got scooped by one of my girls and we ended up having I'm going to call it a healing circle. It was really amazing. I got a lot of sludge out of my spiritual system, and so that's why you didn't get a live stream. Now, I have told everybody I'm taking January off. That's not really true. I only say it so that you will understand that I'm not going to be here on a daily basis. Well, I will in one form or another be here on a daily basis, but it may not be a pre-recorded video. It may not be a live stream. It may be one or the other, or maybe both on some days. But what's coming down, what January is for me this year, rather than a rest period like it was last year because I wasn't well, I hadn't been well through the winter. This year it's not a rest period. January is going to be the month where I organize. Now, yes, I made myself a schedule, but that wasn't total like throw me a lifeline, I'm drowning kind of thing. But there are a lot of changes coming up in my life over the next few years, and they start here. So I don't know where this channel is going, but I know you're going to be coming along with me. But this month is the month where I sit down and I organize my seeds, which I've already done. I plan my garden. And now I have to seriously, until my son, who's going to be doing some of the editing for me, until my son and I have all things worked out about how we're going to exchange information back and forth, because Google Drive just doesn't work for it. And once he understands the software, when all the software starts to, once he starts to get competent on my level with the software, I'm going to start him off on audio first. Then I will know more about how much I can do, because I'm spreading myself way too thin. Even on my Cooking with Cannabis channel, which I've totally done nothing almost for a year, has been put aside. So I want to schedule my life around these channels, but I got to understand where these channels are going first, right? So this is my January 2021. How much of myself I can give to each channel, that's got to be figured out. And I also have to figure out where I'm going to go with my garden and all these things I want to accomplish. I want to do a lot of things. I want to get my house on a whole house generator. And in order for me to do a propane whole house generator, I've got to get rid of some debt, right? So that's my main concern is I've been talking about it for a while, but so my whole channel is going to be based kind of on home economics this year, because we're facing a really kind of maybe a financially depressed time ahead of us. So I want to help people squeeze a quarter and make it fart a nickel every single time if I can, whether it's budgeting or doing things yourself, or making things work longer, right? I'm all done buying brand new stuff all over again, right? I'm not buying all new appliances. So all these things, I'm sitting back and I'm looking about, well, this is how it started. And I got to tell you this. I said to Howie, I want to film you putting the taillight in the truck. And he goes, why don't I film you putting the taillight in the truck? And I went, really? And he goes, yeah, it's not hard, right? And it was like a part of me had been set free again, because I have been for 30 years, as my health started to decline, leaning more and more heavily on Howard. And the truth is, I have been leaning a little bit more on him than is totally necessary. Okay? So he gave that piece back to me today. And in I exhaled codependency and inhaled independency. Does that make sense? So I mean that was like the tone for the entire new year. That set the tone. Right. There are things I can do myself, and I'm determined to do them. But it's gonna, it might be a bumpy path with this channel for a while my son learns editing software and I figure out where all these things are going. But I'm still going to be here. I'm not going anywhere. All right. I can't stay the same. I have to move forward. And this was a big part of my problem over the last couple of years with my Our Half Acre Homestead channel, was that I had done everything I set out to accomplish. I learned how to make butter. I learned how to milk a goat. I learned how to birth goats. I learned how to butcher. I learned how to make sausage and clean sausage casing. I did all this stuff. I'm not doing that anymore because I'm physically not capable of it. So I want to move forward in retirement mode. For instance, people were kind of laughing that I got really excited over a garbage can that I got for Christmas. Well, let me know if you want to see why I got excited over a garbage can. Because it's another part of my life that I'm realizing has to change. The way I do certain things has to change. I can't continue to force myself to do things I'm no longer capable of doing, but I still want to do them. So I'm learning new ways of doing things. And the garbage can was also a head turner for me. That was also a little epiphany moment, right? So hold on, put your seatbelts on. God only knows what's going to come next. I may be out helping Howie sand vehicles. I don't know what's going to come next. But maybe it's time to start saying, hey, this is Beverly Wolfe from Life with the Wolfies, right? But it's still Our Half Acre Homestead, even though it's an acre now. All right? This is the Mrs. Wolfe from Our Half Acre Homestead and Life with the Wolfies saying, buckle up, it's going to be a bumpy ride. Not really. It's going to be fun for those who want to stay. Mwah! I love you. I will talk to you tomorrow.